Over the past week, the price of Decentraland has spiked over 400%. Decentraland, or Mana, is an Ethereum token which supports a VR universe. It has provided Dogecoin-like gains to anybody who has held it through the last week alone. I believe that after a brief pullback, the token will grow even more. 5 months ago, I made a video in which I discussed Decentraland as one of the best altcoins to buy at that time. Last month, I again discussed Decentraland in a video, noting some of its significant growth factors and potential. I'm not pointing this out to boast, I'm pointing it out because Mana's price spike has clearly been a long time coming. This isn't just a simple pump from the Facebook Metaverse news, as many would have you believe. I believe it's the start of something much greater than that. In this video, I'm going to discuss the factors which led me to invest in Decentraland initially, as well as the factors which lead me to believe it will continue to rise moving forward. The video will be broken into 4 topics: market cap versus fully diluted market cap, in-game reward systems and gambling, the rise of the blockchain metaverse, as well as the state of the global economy. Before we get into all that today, though, remember that nobody has a crystal ball. Anybody who tells you they know exactly what's going to happen in the markets tomorrow is lying to you. So always do your own research and, of course, make your own decisions. With that all being said, let's jump into our first topic, which is market cap versus fully diluted market cap. Now, I've discussed this concept multiple times in prior videos, but I'm going to go over it again because it is so fundamental. When I'm initially evaluating any altcoin, I always examine the coin's market cap and compare it to the fully diluted market cap. If either of these are not announced or if their values are far apart, this is a red flag to me. However, it may not be a deal breaker. This is because the network could still be undervalued. We just need to be able to rationalize the divergence. I always use the example of Ravencoin in this instance because the network's tokenomics are so straightforward and transparent. Ravencoin's fully diluted market cap is over twice that of its actual market cap. However, if we review the white paper and declarations of Ravencoin, the maximum supply was pre-announced, and there was also no pre-mine. This means that there is no Ravencoin being held in cold storage. The only new Ravencoin to be minted into existence go into block rewards for miners who contribute back to the network by securing its transactions. In my view, this clearly rationalizes the disparity between Ravencoin's market cap and its fully diluted market cap. If you disagree, please let me know in the comment section below. Bringing us back to Mana, Mana has a fully diluted market cap that is also higher than its regular market cap, but not by very much. Also, it's an Ethereum 2.0 token, so it's technically proof of stake and therefore not mineable. This doesn't mean that I don't invest in Mana. What it does mean is that we need to research the purpose of that uncirculated asset. In Mana's case, much of this uncirculated token can be rationalized through the game's reward system, i.e. you can get paid in Mana for completing in-game tasks. But even if the developers had all that uncirculated Mana in a cold wallet somewhere ready to be dumped, I really wouldn't care. This is because it's such a small amount relative to the total supply. Compare Mana's proportions to something like Hex, we can see just how unreasonable a fully diluted market cap can be. The fact of the matter is, Mana has created a project that is at the forefront of blockchain metaverse development. I'm confident that metaverse and blockchain will continue to integrate further as time goes on. Whether Mana remains at the tip of the spear in this respect brings me to our next topic, which is in-game reward system and gambling. In Decentraland, you can play games to earn tokens. You can also gamble in casinos designed by Atari Corporation. How this remains legal in context of state and federal gambling laws in the US is beyond me. I'm not saying this because I think gambling is wrong. I think people have the right to do what they want with their money. If somebody was really going to ruin their life gambling, they're probably just going to ruin their lives doing something else anyways. But whether the US continues to tolerate crypto gambling is a valid concern for the future of Decentraland. There are only 6 states in the US that currently allow online gambling. Why is Decentraland somehow able to circumvent these laws? How long will it be until government cracks down on this type of activity? I don't know the answer to these questions, but it's certainly a factor I'll be keeping an eye on. There are other games inside the Mana universe that allow you to earn rewards in the form of tokens. These tokens can be converted into USD or whatever fiat currency you are personally subjugated to. While Mana will undoubtedly have competitors in the future, I firmly believe that this metaversal system of completing in-game tasks leading to real-world monetary rewards will play a major role in the future of cryptocurrency and furthermore, the future of humanity. This brings me to our third topic, which is the rise of the metaverse. With Facebook's recent rebrand, if it wasn't obvious before that the metaverse will be a significant part of the future, then it certainly is now. Since the internet became widely available in the early 1990s, we've known that the metaverse is coming, and whether we like it or not, it's only going to intensify from this point forward. Many people will look at movies like Blade Runner or The Matrix and think it's really strange that reality is in so many ways mimicking the predictions made by those films. But really, it's the other way around. It's the films that are mimicking reality. The reason why we find this type of dystopian content so powerful is because we know deep down that these stories are really predictions and they contain elements of truth. The Matrix is coming. It's already here in a lot of ways. The difference is that we are voluntarily uploading our consciousness to the hive mind. Anybody watching this video, including myself, participates in the metaverse every day, whether that be through video games, Reddit threads, YouTube videos, Google searches. I'm not saying the metaverse is bad, it's just something that is happening inevitably. Whether it's a good or a bad thing is up to us and future generations to determine. So with respect to Decentraland, their metaverse is just the tip of the iceberg. It's the first online world to be entirely run by blockchain protocol. However, with a now increased spotlight on the industry, it's only a matter of time before competitors appear in the space. This is a good thing because competition will lead to innovation and each project pushing each other to build a better user experience. I think Mana is great, but in some ways it's a little rough around the edges. The network's recent infusion of capital could help the developers do things like add new games or ways of earning, create new in-game items, develop their graphics engines, their character customization, and further grow the economy of their virtual world. Whether Mana can keep up with their future competition will depend on it. But one thing's for certain, the metaverse isn't going anywhere. Mana's price and market cap do still have significant room to grow in my view. I see their market cap finding a new floor around $20 to $30 billion in the next 6 to 12 months. This will of course depend on other macroeconomic factors as well as what comes of the Evergrande situation. This brings me to our last topic, which is the state of the global economy. We're going to touch on this topic really briefly because I've covered it several times in previous videos and you guys are probably sick of hearing about it by now. But there's a Chinese real estate company called Evergrande that is threatening to default on $300 billion worth of debt. There are many major lenders exposed to the bad debt, including BlackRock Capital, which could potentially cause a catastrophic debt snowball worth trillions of dollars. It appears for now that Chinese legislators have kicked the can of this debt snowball down the road a bit, and Evergrande will be able to pay their debts this month. However, the bad debt is still out there and is only growing in size. The house of cards will no doubt come down eventually, maybe just not quite yet. When the bear market arrives will largely depend on the CCP's continued response to the situation, so I would definitely recommend keeping an eye on that. I will also try to update this channel as more information becomes available. With that all being said, I think that's enough for today. Thank you all for watching, subscribing, hit that like button if you enjoyed this content, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.